Today on Forbes, the 2025 Cannabis 42.0 list. Every 420, the high holiday for marijuana lovers, is a reason to examine the state of the $32 billion cannabis industry. Pot may still be illegal at the federal level, but 39 states have some form of legal weed. Nebraska legalized medical marijuana on Election Day. And the majority of Americans currently support legalization, no matter their political leanings. This past week, Representative David Joyce, a pro-pot Republican from Ohio, reintroduced the STATES Act, which, if passed, would deschedule state legal marijuana and create a federal framework for cannabis products. For now, legal cannabis companies struggle under federal prohibition, with punitive taxes and a lack of interstate commerce. Meanwhile, the federally legal hemp market, which sells THC-infused products online, in grocery stores and smoke shops around the country, and the illicit market have been undeterred by state legalization. And the hope that the Drug Enforcement Administration would reclassify marijuana as a less dangerous drug, it is currently in Schedule I, the same category as heroin and LSD, has been dashed. Again. The DEA stalled the process late last year. That said, there are plenty of companies that have found a way to keep afloat in a punishing market. For the fourth annual Cannabis 42.0 list, Forbes is celebrating the entrepreneurs, innovators, and disruptors who are finding success in the state-regulated cannabis market. Over the last few months, Forbes interviewed dozens of investors, executives, analysts, and business owners, studied sales data and financial documents, and reviewed nearly 200 applicants to identify the 42 leaders and up-and-comers who are transforming cannabis from a criminal enterprise into a robust legal industry. Publicly traded companies were not considered in order to highlight smaller, entrepreneurial brands and people revolutionizing the industry from the ground up. If you're listening to or watching this before Monday, April 21st, you're invited to join us that day, Monday, at noon Eastern Time, for a live in-depth discussion with an audience Q&A on the future of the cannabis industry. To register, go to forbes.com/sites/members-only-events. Here are just a few of the pot pioneers on our list blazing a path forward in 2025. Jason Vedati started his career in real estate, but always grew weed as a hobby. In 2015, he merged his first cannabis company with Arizona-based vertically integrated Harvest Health. In 2021, Harvest merged with Trulieve in a $2.1 billion all-stock deal, creating one of the biggest cannabis companies in the industry. Vedati's newest venture is Arizona-based Story Cannabis, which he has expanded to Maryland and Ohio with plans to launch across the country. Imelda Walla-Volkar and Tracy Anderson have grown their cannabis brand Pure Beauty from a garage into a business now licensed to expand into cultivation, manufacturing, and retail in New York. The California-based company is backed by musicians Nas and Timbaland. Pure Beauty produces flower, THC drinks, and a signature pack of 10 mini joints called, quote, Babies. At 27 years old, Prince Yusuf was convicted of conspiracy to distribute 100 kilos of marijuana, serving 2 years in prison. By 2015, Yusuf launched House of Dank, a cultivator and dispensary chain. The company opened its first store on Detroit's 8 Mile Road and today has 13 locations, generating an estimated $150 million in revenue. Christine Apple started making edibles in her home in Oregon, and in 2015, the former architect founded Grün. She started selling her sugar-coated gummies and candy-coated chocolates without raising capital. Since then, Grün has expanded to 6 states and Canada. The majority female-owned and operated company was the top-selling edibles brand in retail in Arizona, Missouri, New Jersey, and Oregon. For full coverage and to see the whole list, check out Will Yakowitz and Simone Melvin's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.